I'm snoozing the ad. You now have 5 minutes until the ad. So, if you're new here, this is Traumazone. It's a 7-part. Is this gonna help my chest? No. Maybe? No, probably not. Da. What it felt to live through the collapse of communism and democracy. Acid Jake, it might. It might. Unveiling the new statue of Peter the Great. Oh, you're gonna love this one. In the newly renamed St. Petersburg. Have you seen this statue? His head is so tiny. Guy is looking at the camera like, are you seeing this? It's so little. Adam Curtis has made documentaries using or working with Massive Attack. Like President Yeltsin sealed off the Parliament building in Moscow. And I'm trying to adjust the camera. Because Congress was trying to stop his economic reforms. Maybe if I do this. It's pretty good. Concert in support of the besieged parliament. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure it was attacked by riot police on the orders of Yeltsin. I had to edit some stuff out here. I maybe didn't get enough. We're gonna cross our fingers. But it's mostly just riot police beating the shit out of some old, Russian people. Some Russian folk music enjoyers. Some soldiers, just your average metal concert. There's definitely metal. It's just mostly in the form of poles. Yeah, also I decided to go for novelty stickers this time. What I'm covering up is blood and a man's hat. Not that man, he's still wearing his hat. Let's see. This man, that man's hat, and all the blood that was on it. Anyway, riot police. Fucking suck. Hey, Lanny. Hey, Lentil. Nice rolling. Good job. Yep. Hat and blood. And now that's a goat. Now it's a goat. This is how Turkmenistan. This is how Adam Curtis do. What was I saying about? Yes, Massive Attack. He's worked with Massive Attack on a couple projects, which is cool. There's usually some interesting trip hop and musical choices, but mostly it's just vibes-based documentary. It's Camel. Just a lot of screaming. Lentil hates this part. It's a good thing he's not wearing headphones. Never thought I'd see a camel on a crane. You see everything here. I come back from Save-A-Lot stream and I see a camel being suspended in the air. Yeah. That's not the only animal transportation happening in this episode. Wait, hold on. Copying the statue. Hold on. That's worth it. We got to go back to it. So that was copying the statue of the new president of Turkmenistan. Got to copy his statue from his previous statue where he had been the head of the Communist Party. Yes. You've heard of snakes on a plane, but camels on a crane? Camels on a crane. Gotta get these motherfucking camels off this motherfucking crane. Oh, Lentil's trying to use blankets. Good job, Lenny. Go for it. We live in a communal flat. 3 of us in 1 room. And our neighbor is a family of 5. Would you like me to turn it up some? I have the other room. They've been on the waiting list for 7 or 8 years. Turkeys on a train. We planned that when they moved out, and that flat would be ours and we could have our second child. Only in this country are there such terrible living conditions. Tanya is now pregnant. But because the other family is not moving out, she has decided to have an abortion. I misread that as president. No, she is not. No, that's still Yeltsin. By the way, he starts drinking more in this episode. Seagulls in Spain go mainly on the plane. The Soviet Union had been the first country to legalize abortion. Good for them. But there was no sex education. Bad for them. The condoms made in Russian factories often didn't work. Yeah, okay, so that is condom. Diaphragm. I went with cups. I felt like cups, a balloon, and a raincoat. Novelty stickers. Anyway, enjoy. I just felt like I should probably explain what those are. The Soviet Minister of Health said the pill was not safe because it was invented in America. And it wouldn't be used under communism. So abortion was still the only option. Sounds like one of those kids' games, like Duck Duck Goose, yeah. Condom, diaphragm. People came to confront the blockades surrounding Parliament. Damn. What a badass. Good for her. What is a condom if not a raincoat for a penis? Exactly. Acid Jake saw what I did there. I need to repair the inside of one of these sleeves. Let's see. The protesters broke through and headed towards Parliament. Hell yeah, look at that. I got clouds over my topography. Mikhail Kalashnikov had invented the most famous rifle in the world. You bet. The AK-47. He had retired and spent his time hunting in the Russian forests. Back when journalists had balls? Yeah. Where is he? Is he down? Some journalists still do. There he is, on the ground. Kalashnikov. CTM, there's chess after all. Now it's a bunch of people going for gotcha moments. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. There's still independent journalists out there doing the Lord's work, so to speak. Oh, this guy's amazing. Hold on. Let's run that back. Oh, it's Paul. Who hasn't tried to kick in a door only to find out it was Paul? The protesters move on to try and take over the TV station. Don't shoot. I decided that this was probably okay. It's all pretty far away. In the midst of the fighting, the government made an emergency broadcast. Oh wait, I did cover it up. Yegor Gator, who had created the shock therapy, pleaded for the insurgents to stop. Yeah, I had to cover up the body, I forgot. They were destroying the new democracy. We call on those who are ready to support Russia's democracy. God, no one likes this guy. Why would anyone listen to him? No one likes this fucking guy. Okay, if you're new here, this fucking guy, a regular character in this series, was the one who is historically is held responsible now for unsetting all of the prices in Russia, which they called shock therapy, which led to everything going up, 2,250%, their prices pretty much overnight. And then no one could afford food anymore. So yeah, it was him. It was his fault, because he said that they were gonna make capitalism happen. Good job, buddy. Anyway, everyone hates him. He got fired, but here he is on TV trying to convince people not to riot. Good luck. To gather before Moscow City Hall and unite in support of our and our children's future. Sounds like a hostage. And to prevent turning our country into a giant concentration camp for decades to come. Yeah, don't do that. That would be bad. Most of the army supported Yeltsin. The next day, he ordered tanks to attack Parliament. Here we go, Chess Time Machine. That's what you've been waiting for. Is Yeltsin the guy on TV? No, that was Grig, whatever his fucking name is. Not Yeltsin, though. You'll see Yeltsin soon. This was the Cosmos Hotel. It's so insane this actually happened. Yeah. Director of Sotheby's UK collecting precious objects to sell to oligarchs. Yeltsin is just like, okay, just shelve them then, I guess. Yeah. This is the stamp from Space City. One of the cosmonauts.
Hang on. Only the stamp of the space station.
That's from Mir.
From Mir.
Oh, wonderful. Now, I presume this is something you would like to put into the auction?
Right. If you want.
Vultures.
Because
it might look poor, but the latest estimate is that in private hands, cash, there's roughly $8 to $10 billion circulating around. Obviously, it's not held by the majority of people, but by a minority. But nevertheless, there is a very affluent minority here.
A very affluent minority. The White Magic Salon in Moscow. Wait for it. Restoration of Karma session. $1,000. It's amazing that all this footage exists. Yeah, it's rad. It's been like in a BBC basement for decades. Just waiting for Adam Curtis to get in there and find something weird. Back at the gynecologist. Beautiful young women like you should be forced to have children. So lovely, so ripe. He's very cool. Only the wrong people are having children nowadays. If you don't have children, what's going to become of us? Who will revive Russia? Your children should grow up in a complete, happy family. Love this lecture. Who has children nowadays? I feel sorry for women like you who have to terminate their pregnancy. Such a pity. I feel terrible myself. Jesus, what is this camera? Give me the dystopian camera, please. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It's your decision. Just layer on the shame. The ruined Russian parliament building. Yeah, Adam Curtis is rad. We'll be watching. Yeltsin said the parliament would still exist, but there would be a new constitution. In future, the president would have almost total power. Parliament could do nothing to stop him. Of course it's not pleasant for me. Do you think it makes me happy to see people being killed by my gun? It's not pleasant for me. Do you think it makes me happy seeing tanks firing at the Kremlin? I'm a tank sergeant myself. I nearly shot my TV set. I don't understand why they had to shoot at our deputies. We elected them. There were good ones and bad ones, just like us. But we didn't put our hopes, or didn't we put our hopes in those deputies? And now suddenly they are shooting at them. Do you think that makes me happy? I'm sorry to get so upset about it. Good for him. The president of Turkmenistan was Saparmat Niyazov. Some roads and towns across the country were named after him. Beautiful name. Nearly shot TV set. What a pacifist. And a canal. Everything. Named everything after him. Even a meteorite was given his name. Love that. Democracy. Niazyov's the favorite horse, whatever. He decided to donate Maksat to the British Prime Minister John Major.
The horse that our deeply respected president has given to Mr. Major comes from a long line of outstanding horses.
It's a
with
cool
a pedigree
horse.
going back to 1880.
Man, I wish I had a gun and a TV set so I could shoot it whenever The Bachelor came on or something. The British government said it couldn't accept the gift. Yeah, that would be fun. There would be too many problems with the quarantine. Nice try, though. The deserted city of Sukhumi in Akbaz. Yeah, whatever. What do you do? Yeah, what do you do now when The Bachelor comes on? Wonder how his monkeys are doing. Something tells me the monkeys didn't make it. Just let them go. Those vibes, though. Back in the mines. Oh, wait, no. The tunnels under Moscow. Some of the tunnels were built in the 14th century. There were escape routes from the Kremlin fortress. Nice. I don't have a TV set. It was a two-part wish. That's a good point. Others were bunkers from the Cold War. Me and my girlfriend go to cafes, meet people, preferably someone with money, We take them somewhere. Sometimes we bring them here. These are tunnel people. We buy drinks. We lace the drinks with clothinium. And the boys help us get rid of the victims later on. They roofie them. We take them to some block of flats. Or we put them on a bus where they'll wake up later. Yeah. The victims agree to come here because once they've had a few drinks, they don't care where they are. Yeah. Holy shit. I know this isn't honest work, but there are loads of people who make dirty money in this country and who do things that are much more cruel and much more dishonest. It's that movie, it's that Mariah Carey stripper movie. Crime was soaring in all the Russian cities, except the strippers live in the tunnels. And the police and the KGB were incompetent. I just read all the subtitles so you don't have to look at them. Police raid searching for a mafia gang. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I see the police are just as competent. I guess, and they brought the BBC guys. Well, no mafia gang, sorry guys. Enjoy your weird communist pool where all the balls are the same color. The economy was in a free fall. Millions of people could not afford food or heating. Trees disappeared in the parks as people chopped them down for firewood. Remind me to tell you guys that story sometime. By the time we chopped down a tree for firewood. It wasn't in a park. Kinda. We were cold. Ah, yeah, this one's Rostov-on-Don Courthouse. Whaling. Andrei Chikatilo was a serial killer. He had murdered 52 women and children as the Soviet Union collapsed in the 1980s. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. No wonder they're so pissed. His trial was the first big media event in the new Russia. 52 is mental, yeah. Yeah, an absolute monster. An absolute monster who was enabled by the society that he existed in. Kind of looks like a normal dude. I like his shirt. It's a shame he's got so much drip. Not that much drip. I take it back. Oh, this is okay, this is the Mary Kay sales lady. Mary Kay MLM has come to Russia. Wouldn't you like a simple white dress? No, I wouldn't. Like a princess. Oh, he confessed. I think all women like working with makeup. Granted, you can't always trust confessions. But he did claim responsibility. It's a good, decent job. He's talking about being a Mary Kay sales lady. And a good opportunity to meet and talk to people. It's interesting and useful. A new residential area in Moscow. They gotta go get themselves a luxury apartment. about a sliding door here. Now that they're
We're gonna get married on 19th
dinks.
of March. It's pretty soon, and then we're gonna move to down here.
Dual income, no kids. Who else feels manly and brave? Come and join our party. Who else feels manly and brave? Press 1 for manly and brave. We're waiting for you at Zolniski's portal to get your membership card. It's not like joining the Communist Party. We're not choosy. Anyone can join. Manly and brave. Anybody? As long as he supports Great Russia. Peter's Russia. There you go. We need honest, devoted patriots. Come and join. See? That's come and help us. They want you to build a new Russia, a great Russia, which won't bow before anyone. Something tells me it's not going to go great, though. Kiev. What are you doing, mister? That's the wrong pump. But you said number 2. It's for A76 gas. How could I say number 2? It's number 6. You said it on the radio. I said on the radio number 6. There was an election in Ukraine. The ruling president was Leonid Kravchuk. He had allowed the old communist managers to continue looting the system. Oh, Chechnya happens in this one. To retain power, he accused his opponent of wanting to reunite Ukraine with Russia. Uh-oh. In response, old nationalist groups began to reform in the west of Ukraine. Uh-oh. Those people who sacrificed their life for the state, for the idea, for the people, for them to approve our actions now. Death to the enemies.
Come to prison.
At the same time, American evangelicals came to preach in Russia and Ukraine. Yes, more Americans. Let's get in on this. Juvenile labor camp in West Ukraine.
Jail, prison.
God wants to breathe into you life today.
Бог хоче вдихнути життя в тебе також.
Enjoy.
So that you will see things in a new way.
Щоб ти дивився на речі по-іншому, новим шляхом.
God wants to save you today.
Бог хоче спасти
Totally.
сьогодні.
You're probably not going to get out of here right now. But if you would
Bummer.
accept Jesus into your heart, you would be more free in here
Ви будете більше вільні тут,
than people out there that are without Jesus.
Yeah.
люди, що є поза цього місця, але є без Ісуса.
There's more.
Але є більше,
Because after
That's
I
what they
die,
need, more bullshit.
Jesus
тому що Ісус
is going to take me into paradise. Are you going to be the one?
They're just glad they're outside, you know? Like, at least they're outside for a minute.
і потім він помер
And goes to hell?
і пішов в пекло.
Bummer. I don't want to go to hell. How old are you? 17. Dystopian camera again. How many abortions have you had? It's my 3rd. What do you think you are doing to yourself? Do you want to keep this one? No, I don't. Nice break from the whole forced labor thing. Use any contraceptives? Are you going to have an abortion every time you get pregnant? You've got to think next time. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, nice break from the forced labor. Thank you. It was like a dream. We always say it's just like a dream. It's not like a dream. Take care of yourself. You're such a nice girl. God bless you all. You're so kind. She's not read anything. She's not been told anything. She has different partners. This is what happens.
Ну,
There are some record holders who have 2 to 3 abortions a year. We have a patient. She is 32 with 1 child. She has had 14 abortions and is pregnant again. So in her 32 years, she's been pregnant 16 times. What a bummer. Here you can see a flag. It's a Russian flag. It has 3 colors. I'll explain their meaning. First, the black at the top stands for the people. In other words, you. Yes, you. The people. You are the masters of this world. That's why your color is at the top. Then yellow, it stands for government. It's under you. Finally, white, it stands for pure ideas. Yeah, it's not the fault of education and badly designed condoms. It's definitely the fault of education and badly designed condoms. And the lack of access to things like the birth control pill. Because it's American. I mean, we got our problems too, but yeah. I've been sexually active since I was 18, and I've had 2. I'm 36 years old. Statistically, if you've been on the pill for a decade, you're likely to, you are statistically likely to have had at least 1, pregnancy through the pill. There's Yeltsin. You were asking about Yeltsin earlier, and Jake, he's the tall one. He's kinda, oh god, oh, this next bit is so good. It's just yes, this is also Russia. There's just, he's a very big man. Surrounded by very small people. They're like, no, just dance. Just keep moving in a circle with us. Leave the rock alone, Mr. President. Russia is so wild. What a kidder. Yeah. Boris Yeltsin was now ruling by presidential decree. More and more Russians blamed him for the disaster. Resign. Ask questions, don't agitate. Will you resign, please? Resign, you're guilty of the collapse of the country. There was free travel under communism. Well, hello, Lenin. Shouting won't work here. But we've got no mics. But the economic experiment continued. What a Lenin-coded guy. No, you resigned. President Clinton came to Moscow. Yes, Americans. American interference. Let's get in there. He drove past the ruined Parliament building. Yeah, let's get in there and fuck with shit. Clinton.
Я с огромным удовольствием представляю вам президента Соединенных Штатов Америки.
Thank you very much.
Somehow one of our least bad war criminals.
I came here as a friend and supporter.
Still pretty fucking bad.
Democratic changes going on in this country. I hope that together we can make a positive difference.
But hey, plays a saxophone.
In a genuine and equal partnership.
And W paints cats. Clinton backed Yeltsin's attack on Parliament. Cool. And insisted the economic experiment must continue. Nice guy. I take back what I said. The Moscow tunnels. Back to the tunnel, people. I'm a woman. My house was clean and tidy. Now I can't look after myself. Humanitarian aid, they say. What kind of aid? It never gets down here, to the people here. Those on the top grab it and sell it in street kiosks. Ordinary people never get near it. We pay through the nose for this aid. You can't live this way. Help me, please, if you can. So I can live like white people. We worked, we toiled like white people. Help us, please. Well, that went places. Okay, frankly, every city should have a network of tunnels beneath it for your homeless people to live in. I know it sounds bad, but we would have loved a tunnel. There were tunnels. There were tunnels beneath our camp, which sounds like a crazy thing, but it's actually true. There was a house next to us that was part of the Underground Railroad, and that included a tunnel system that connected several houses in the neighborhood, which is cool as hell. But we couldn't really get down there, and it wasn't safe to be there. But the city offered the people that owned the houses that were connected, like, a lot of money trying to buy their houses out from under them. And then they tried to use code violations to get them out too. Hello, Noir Viking. You missed the classical game. I did play one. I'm going to play more, probably quarter plus, once we finish Traumazone for the night. Corruption in Russia had now reached the heart of government. Wasn't there, apparently, before. But really, yeah. Really, tunnels are better than tents. I mean, houses would be way better, but a tunnel is better than a tent. Apparently, chess.com is going to be doing speed dating. What? Wait, hold on. This is another oligarch. He ran Gazprom and owned a third of the world's supply of gas. Yeltsin made him prime minister to force the privatization program through. Interesting. Chernomyrdin sold Gazprom to himself and his friends at a thousandth of its retail value. Moldy, that's wild. That's wild. Okay, well, cool. He then looted it and smuggled the money out of the country. People already use it like that. The Gazprom Relaxation Facility. They look relaxed. Ah, that looks so relaxing. The Minister of Finance said it was the biggest robbery of the century, perhaps of human history. I wonder if you can set a preference that you can only be matched with people who are worse at chess than you. Yeltsin began to drink more and more. There it is. Oh, drunk Yeltsin gets so much better. His bodyguard said he spent evenings staring at the wall. Cool. Saying, they are stealing Russia. Well, they are. So are you. Okay. Poor lady.
Ну, не вспоминать. И, в общем-то, естественно, постараться,
I'm trying to forget it.
Ну, не было такого. Просто...
It was a terrible dream.
Ну, страшный сон.
If I was president of Russia, I'd probably be getting drunk all the time as well. It's true. Of course I want 2 children. It's only because we don't have our own flat. It's so unfair.
The propaganda
St. Petersburg.
if it had been in perfect condition, would have been worth about £1,000.
For sure, I would be drunk all the time. Stalin was drunk all the time.
That we valued at between
He also made everyone else around him drunk all the time. It's a good way to make sure they can't organize a coup if they're all drunk all the time.
Roughly, what's extraordinary is this is an English clock from roughly 1790. We've valued it at between £1,000 and £1,500. Well, the low estimate's already at around £12,000 just on those few items. £12,000.
Ну, это, так сказать, цена, это аукционная, да?
This is the rough figure. This is the
That's a
rough
low
figure.
estimate.
Может быть, выше, если это аукцион.
Yeah, between 12, I mean, one way or another, it works out between 12 and
Vultures.
18,000.
Примерно вилка от 12 до 18.
The election in Ukraine was splitting the country apart. Oh, that's never happened before. Damn. Those outfits, though. The president's opponent was Leonid Kuchma. He said the president had reawakened fascism to stay in power. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Opposition groups in the West warned of a coming civil war. Ternopil, Western Ukraine. Today, on the eve of the presidential election, Ukraine faces the problem of its separation. They're such good headscarves. If the scales tip in Kuchma's favor, we will face the threat of an armed confrontation between progressive and conservative forces, between patriotism and chauvinism. Inside Ternopil's theater, the American evangelicals were holding a meeting. Are you not drunk right now? asked Jake. Ah, yes, the evangelicals. Cool. Kuchma coming to power may ignite the fire of war in Ukraine, in which the lives of thousands of innocent people could be lost, a people who have already lost so many lives and suffered so much. And it just keeps coming.
They don't want us here. They're saying that, you guys shouldn't be here. This isn't your people. That's what a guy just told me. He said, you shouldn't be here. What are you doing here? This isn't your people. This is my people.
Only because he's the president, I'm sure. Yeah.
Maybe God will make them understand somehow.
Sunday, saddest day of the week. Maybe God will make them understand somehow. Yeah, maybe. Good luck, guy. America. USA. USA. It's clear that I am some sort of nature's mistake. That's true. Some kind of filth that only hell knows. Something happened. I believe the Bolsheviks wanted there to be a world revolution, for communism to win over the whole world. I also believed in Stalin. I listened to him. And to Khrushchev and Brezhnev. This guy's having a hard time. It would be hard to listen to. Sometimes you just gotta give your bro, a Klonopin or something. People were so desperate for money. Oh shit, right. They even looted the graves of World War II German soldiers. Hey fellas. Hi there, hello. We are working here. Right, and we are tending cows. We tend the cattle. Oh, a leg bone. How are you doing? Fine. What are you working on? Be careful. Don't let it into the grave. We are working here. Keep out of the way. What are you working on? You are digging up a dead man. We were just talking about John's bones the other day. A brain. This is a brain. What a bunch of fucking shit. Yep. A person, but you know. The Russian medical system was collapsing. This guy is alive. He should be treated for both, but unless they fix his heart, he'll die. I've had to censor a lot of dead bodies. That one was alive. The bastard is tearing my jacket. The life expectancy of a Russian man had fallen 6 years since 1991. It's 1994 here. Or 5. Maybe 6. 6 years. American CBS TV challenged Yeltsin about the society he had created in Russia.
I did a story in St. Petersburg. Children's Hospital #1 in St. Petersburg.
He's wearing Adidas.
No medicine.
We bet.
We saw 2 babies die because they didn't have antibiotics. No bandages.
They give us antibiotics. Then give us antibiotics. You are a rich country. Give us some. This is temporary. My mother is in Yekaterinburg. She had a massive heart attack. She is in intensive care in a room with 10 other people. There's no potassium to treat heart diseases. I bought some from Moscow as they didn't have any. And that's a president's mother.
And this is the mother of the president. You can imagine what the rest of it looks like.
He's about his own mother. His own mother.
Is that enough?
I think that's enough. In Chechnya, rival clans were fighting for power. Oh yeah, these guys. Uh-oh. One group was led by President Dudiev. Just looks so villain-coded. Have you ever seen a more villain-coded guy? Another was led by Dudiev's ex-bodyguard, Labazanov. My mother's in intensive care. Time to play tennis, yeah. Yeah, good idea. He led a mass breakout of the jail. Now he formed a private army and attacked Dudiev. I would never keep a pistol in my pants aimed right at my dick. There's a reason side holsters exist, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Dudiev retaliated by beheading 3 of whatever his men. They captured 3 of our guys. My cousin was one of them. They beheaded them right in the square. Here, I'll show you the photos. So, you know, sad stuff. This is my cousin. And these are the 2 who were with him. It's just some heads next to some bodies. Cool stuff. A Russian ethnic nationalism now began to rise up. You see why I had to do a TOS edit? My goodness, yes. Yeah. In particular, the non-Slavic peoples of the Caucasus became the enemy of Russian nationalists. Get a clock, you'll be fine. Wait, what? My name is Kostya, I'm 22, or 30, wait, I'm 24. This is Igor, he's 22. We belong to the Organization of Russian National Unity. How long have you been living underground? How did you get here? We've been living underground since October 5th, the day after the storming of the White House. We went underground right after the White House was taken. We had to go into hiding. We left the White House through the sewers. We want to establish a Russian order. That is, there'll be no people from the Caucasus. Wait. There'll be no people from the Caucasus in Moscow. Oh, okay. Or in Russia at all. Ah, okay. Cool. Got some nationalists. So they are racist, yes. Yeah. What was that? What was that last one? Power will belong to Russians. It will be Russian power. Ah, Russian power. We will kill innocent people who get in our way. Okay. Whoever stands in our way must die, that's all. Ah, the horse. Remember the camel? The president of Turkmenistan was determined to give his horse to Britain. They don't want Caucasians, only whites, yes. He had managed to get to Moscow. The British gave in and said it could join the household cavalry. But the horse didn't want to go. Said, fuck off. Yeah, they don't want Caucasians, only whites. Incredible racism. Niet. Horse says niet. See, just 1 foot. You can lead a horse to a ramp, but you can't make him walk up. This lady is walking on the ice. There's ice under that snow. That horse was a true communist, yes. He would never leave Mother Turkmenistan. Anyway, they got a hole in the ice so they can do laundry. It's cool and good. I used to take showers with a bucket in a little tent. We had one of those little shower tents. Someone donated one. Got a luxury restaurant in Moscow. Bucket showers, they're not very good. The original cold wash cycle, yes. Were you there in the winter? No, thankfully not. I was outside starting in the spring, March 3rd. Since the attack on Parliament, a new influential group had formed around the president. There were a couple nights where there were flurries, but it was basically done. Winter was done by then. They hated the oligarchs because they had undermined Yeltsin's power. After washing them in the lake, you hang them up to freeze. Yeah, they do. They tear down camps in the winter. They're currently tearing down 6 camps in Columbus. They say they tear down camps so that people will go inside, but they don't have an inside to go to. So what you do is you tear down the support system and structures that they already have in existence, and then they have none of that, and then they have to go do a new one, and then they freeze to death. So yeah, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't tear down camps, because it's better outcomes if you don't tear down the camps. They hated the oligarchs because they had undermined Yeltsin's power. Anyway, that's why tunnels would be helpful. They said that the way to regain power was to invade Chechnya. Ah, yes, invade Chechnya. Good idea. They were called the Party of War. Good, cool, and good. Party of War. Remember that. Army barracks for soldiers returned from Europe. Yeah. Good support. They're doing a real good job taking care of their veterans. The Party of War said invading Chechnya would also restore meaning and purpose to the Russian army. How about you patch the holes in their barracks? And would distract the Russian people from the economic chaos. It's, distraction. That's what they always do. It's what we always do. Damn, that horse. That horse is the most communist. He says, "Niet." Niet. Cool. Oh, they got one of the priests. Leonid Kuchma won the election in Ukraine. Well, love those priest outfits. But instead of reforming the country, he gave control of industry to organized crime groups in eastern Ukraine. No. And the corruption grew deeper. No way. Come on. Moscow, December 1994. So from 91 to 94, the life expectancy for men dropped 6 years. The media were summoned to what they were told was a spontaneous demonstration. We are against a handful of gangsters usurping power in the Chechen Republic and ruling it as they wish, leading to the Chechen people to a collapse and catastrophe. The breakup of the whole Russia will follow. We can't allow the breakup of Russia because it is a loss of our historical land and our way of life. At the same time, the invasion force was being assembled. We're almost there. Russian convoy approaching the Chechen border. Wait for it. About to get to one of my favorite shots in this whole series. But it wasn't just the Party of War that wanted the invasion. Russian gangsters and corrupt government officials wanted it too. Not this. The Civil War was threatening their profits. Because Chechnya was the place where they could smuggle oil and guns and launder money. A free economic zone. They called it a free criminal economic zone. Cool. They also wanted to regain control. I address all Russian mothers, there it is. They must take their children away from Chechen soil. We don't want a war. We will stand by this land to the very end. I repeat, until the very end. Glory be to the English Chechen people. Hell yeah. Fucking get 'em, lady. Fucking get 'em. Love it. Amazing. I mean... Everyone will leave the field of medicine. The teachers have already left. Doctors are going too. They are leaving for better paid jobs. I'll never leave here. Because at the end of the day, money doesn't solve the problems of your soul. Amen. A man lives for nature, for other people. And Russia is so rich in its people, who are so full of heart. Beautiful. But everyone is exhausted, really exhausted. I feel that. It's relatable. That's how I feel about Americans. And the rest of the world. That horse just will not. Just cannot. That guy gets me. There we go. Thanks to the hundreds of BBC crews who recorded these events in Russia over the past 35 years. So that's Traumazone. Incendiary ammo? What is this? I don't know. Yeah, like that or flares, something. It's just, I don't know, cool shot of something that happened in likely 1996, if I had to guess. I was 8.